Unsuccessful traders gamble every trade looking for the big win that never comes. Successful traders, on the other hand, meticulously plan every setup with a well-defined risk and technical strategy to put the odds in their favor. The mindset, risk management, and technical strategy of winners is developed through countless hours of practice and study. So how can you develop the iron mind needed for success? This video is sponsored by Forex Tester 5, the platform that I use for my backtesting. More on that in a bit. Step 1. Study and master a single strategy. Before any level of success can be attained, you need a working system. Here you have two options. You can pay with a little bit of time and a little bit of money, or you can pay with a lot of time and a lot of money. Being naive to the perils of the market, I accidentally chose the latter option, self-teaching, which ended up costing me over $10,000 and 2 years of my life. The other option is to buy a program from an already winning trader who has helped many people on your path to succeed. Put down the initial investment to buy the program and then save yourself a hell of a lot of time and money along your journey. At the end of the day, the option is up to you. But regardless of how you get to the end goal, you need a system in place. A system around money management, trading mindset, and technical trading as well. A system that is going to help you to develop consistent profits over time without gambling with your money. And my biggest piece of advice to you on this topic is to stick to one strategy. Over my time in the markets, I learned trend lines, support and resistance, indicator strategies, Elliott wave, Wyckoff theory, and in the end I settled on a simple supply and demand structure and liquidity based system that I developed for myself. The one thing that I learned by doing this is that by learning 10 different strategies, all you are doing is 10xing the time it's going to take you in order to succeed. One strategy is all you need, regardless of the concepts behind it. People can and do win with every strategy I listed above. Yes, there are people winning with break retest strategies and trendline break strategies. And on this side of trading, where we focus on liquidity a lot, it might be confusing to some that you can still win with those concepts. Personally, myself, I could never get that to work. But with enough persistence, many traders actually do. It all comes down to finding a strategy that aligns with your personality and your trading style, and then putting in the hours and putting in the persistence to chase it down until you succeed. Once you have a working system, the next big thing you need to do is practice. You've got a system, you know what you need to be doing, but information alone is not enough. It's the addition of experience to the information that you have, which will actually make you a real winner. Speak to any successful entrepreneur or trader, and they will all have stories of suffering. And I would bet that the large majority would tell you that even though education helped them progress the technical side of their work the most, it's the struggles and the battles they went through in their own personal experiences that helped them develop the winning mindset and the experience needed to actually succeed. Think of trading like bodybuilding. A bodybuilder would never take on a championship event if they'd never been to the gym. This is much like trading. Going to the live markets with absolutely no practice and no training is in essence totally foolish. Trading is just like any profession. It takes practice to succeed, so you should be making sure you get your practice and study time in regularly prior to actually going to the live market, and even throughout as well, to keep refining your skills. Now, you may say, how will I ever practice if I don't trade live? Well, there is one key answer to that. There is a way to practice and learn and refine your skills and collect way more data than live trading will allow you to in a smaller period of time with absolutely $0 of risk. Backtesting is the process of trading past price data as if it was the live markets. It gives us the ability to test our systems on months or years of data in a very small time span. Let's say, for example, your strategy averages 5 trades per week. If you want to collect data on 100 trades, that's going to take you 20 weeks of live trading. And the early day results are going to be clouded by fear, greed, and other emotions that you'll fall into, because as of now, you have no data on your system, so you'll have no confidence in whether it works or not, which is then going to lead into that kind of death cycle where you try a strategy out, fail based on bad mindset, and then try to hop to the next strategy. However, in a backtesting environment, you can collect about 5 trades worth of data every single hour. You can now collect 100 trades worth of data in 20 hours instead of 20 weeks. So how do you backtest? Well, your first option is to use the bar replay tool on Tradingview, and the second option, use a dedicated backtesting software. I've tested 3 of these in total, and Forex Tester 5 is by far my favorite one. So let's take a look into the process of practicing. So your first option for backtesting is to use Tradingview bar replay tool, which is this here, and we can scroll back and we can click on past price data, and then we can play a trade out like this. So we can actually go back in time, set up our chart, and then trade forward. Now, the only problems I have with this, well, they're pretty big problems. It doesn't automatically track your data, first of all. So the important information that you need to collect around time in trade, your win-loss ratio, all of these different things that you need to collect are not going to be automated. So you're going to have to manually work those out every single time you take a trade. If you're going to be taking a lot of trades in your backtesting sessions, which you probably will be, it's going to take you a long time on top of what it would actually take to backtest to collect all of that information. Now, aside from this, the biggest limitation you have for the bar replay tool is that you can't go very far back. So even if you're okay manually tracking all of the info and spending those extra few hours, you can't go that far back depending on what you want to test, right? If you're a swing trader, you can go quite far back. But if you're a day trader or you trade the lower time frames, you're only going to be able to go back about 1 month, which is okay, but not entirely ideal if you want to, of course, collect years worth of data. So Tradingview is okay if you are on a budget. It is going to cost you, I think, $15 a month to get the lowest package, which after a year will actually turn out to be more expensive than Forex Tester. But initially, the upfront cost is cheaper, and it will provide you a decent place to backtest with limitations. So if you are looking to get into practice and you don't have the money to spend on a backtesting software, Tradingview is the place to go. But if you can put the $100 or so up for a software, I would definitely look towards Forex Tester 5. Okay, so this is how I do my testing with Forex Tester 5, and this is the most efficient way to backtest in my opinion, because you don't have to do anything manually. As you can see, Forex Tester is laid out very similar to MetaTrader as well. You can see down here in the bottom left corner, we have balance, which shows how much money is in our trading account. Now, obviously, this is simulated money, so you can start your simulation with absolutely any balance you want. So in this example, I am trading on a strategy where we are simply waiting for a break of structure and then looking for supply to sell and putting our stop losses above the supply zone. Now, as you can see here, we can automatically calculate our risk to the correct percentage by using this calculate with risk percentage tool. This is really useful because it allows to automate our statistics later down the line by actually immediately incorporating the size of the risk into the position. So you can see there, we just type in our entry, stop loss, and take profit levels, and then we can use this bar forward tool to trigger trades. And there is obviously a more effective way to do this as well, which I'll show you on the next trade. As you can see, this trade was a losing position. So that is going to be reflected in the equity at the bottom. You can see there, bottom left corner, $9,899. So we've lost $101 so far. So the second trade is now lining up. We're going to position that on and set that trade in the same way that we just did on the previous position, with our entry on the zone and our stop loss just above the zone, targeting the previous low for our take profit. Once again there, you saw the 1% equity risk was already incorporated automatically. So what you just saw me do there at the top was the speed of testing bar. With that speed of testing bar, we can actually speed up how fast or how slow the test plays out. So if we're in a rush and we want to just get through the trades quickly, we can set that to really quick. And once we execute the play button, that's going to then fire our trade straight on and then through to the take profit or stop loss. Or if we want to see how the market moves in a more realistic manner, we could slow that speed of testing all the way down and get used to kind of the market movements between the entry and the take profit. So you can kind of get used to the flow of the market. Now you can see the balance is at $10,153. So we're actually up 1.5% on this trade. So place the next trade there. Same exact concept, sell on supply, stop above, target at the low. And now we just wait and see if the trade gets triggered. That was a fast on and off trade. Very good. Successful position, locking us a further 2.5%. So now you can see in the bottom left that we have $10,400 secured, which is obviously really nice to see. And we can go straight for the next position. Now you just saw me there clear all objects as well. So if you've done a lot of analysis, and by the way, the analysis will cross from time frame to time frame. So if you're using a bit more of an elaborate strategy, which chances are you probably will be, you'll be able to cross the analysis from time frame to time frame just to make things a little bit easier, as many of the other simulated backtest softwares don't actually allow you to do that. That is one thing you can do on TradingView, but fortunately it's built in here with all of the automation. The balance is now $10,300, so we've ended 3% after those 4 trades. Now, this is the real beauty of Forex Tester 5. What we can actually do is automate the whole process of data collection. This is going to show us how many trades we've taken in our testing session, how many were profitable, how many lost, how many consecutive wins and losses we've taken, the average trades per day, so we can actually see how often we should be trading in reality, our max profit trades and our max loss trades, as well as the average for those as well, so we can kind of see what our average losing trades and what our average winning trades are like, and whether or not our system is working with a solid risk-reward basis. So this automation is truly the best thing about Forex Tester 5, and it's really, really useful to have because it's going to save you essentially hours of each backtesting session where you have to manually input all of the data if you really want it to be as realistic as possible, and allow you to collect the data you need without having to manually do that. So really, really useful stuff, and that is what I would recommend using if you are willing to make the investment. So it's totally up to you whether or not you want to invest in a backtesting software. But I see people investing their money in signals and EAs and these other short-term practices when the money would be much better put into a backtesting software where you can actually learn for yourself and become an independently winning trader so that you don't need signals, you don't need EAs, you don't need any of that fluff. You can make money on your own with your own systems. Now, if you decide that you want to get access to the Forex Tester 5 platform, there's a discount code in the description and that will work on top of the sale that's currently running as well. So you can get a lifetime license for super, super cheap right now. And I have no doubt that putting the investment into the backtesting will put you miles ahead of the competition in trading. And remember, even if you don't buy Forex Tester 5, you should be putting in practice every single week, especially if you are a new trader, but even so if you are experienced and still making money. Putting in the practice, backtesting, and studying is what is going to put you ahead of the competition. Trading is a competitive game. When we take a trade, we either win or we lose. When we win, we take money from someone else, and when we lose, they take money from us. So you have to stay ahead of the competition if you want to win long term. I hope you found this video valuable. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.